Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our usual death predictions for this half of The Walking Dead Season 9, leading up to the finale here. Who will survive and who will be killed off? Will Alpha kill Tara? So we just have 7 episodes left for this season of The Walking Dead, and then this season is in the bag, and season 10 will be coming up next year. So from how things are shaping up, it looks like we will be getting to see a pretty iconic section of the Walking Dead comic book series adapted here in this back half, and most likely from what we're hearing, reports are that episode 15 will most likely be the big episode. So 16 being the finale, 15 being the lead up to the finale, with 15 probably being the big one that includes quite a few character deaths. So we'll start things off by giving our thoughts on the whole Tara versus Alpha situation and which one we think is going who we think is going to win that one out. I think it's pretty easy to see for me that I got to go with Alpha in that one. And yes, yet again this year I'm predicting that I think Tara will be killed off at this finale, and I think that it will be at the hands of Alpha. So I do not think that Tara is going to be much of a match for Alpha. I think that Alpha will win that one, will succeed, and I think Tara's time in the series might be coming to an end. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong about this one before for quite a few years. So yes, you can point that out. And a lot of people have said, no, Trev, she's going to survive till the end of the series because everybody's always expected her to be killed off at any time. And you might be right as far as that goes. As far as the Whisperers go, I mean, you're going to have obviously a lot of probably red shirt Whisperer deaths or, Whisperers killed off during this section here. But Alpha, Beta, and Lydia, I think, will be fine. I think that all three of them should be fine by the end of this season. And it won't be until next season till we start to see maybe some casualties on their side as a result of the conflict that is coming, as Alpha has said. So going on from there, we have Ezekiel. So this one, I mean, okay, so I won't get into spoilers for the comic book series. Those of you guys who've read the comic book series know about the lineup and about the character deaths in the comic book series version. The question here being, will the TV series be the same as the comics was with regards to some of these important characters, such as Ezekiel, and then we have Carol as well, and Daryl and Rosita. For Ezekiel and Rosita, I've kind of said no, I don't think either one will be killed off in the television series version. Rosita, they may be kind of shaping up to see that because we're seeing her, she's been with several different people in a kind of a short span in the TV series. There has been the time skip, so there was that, but she has had a lot of partners throughout the show, and so it kind of feels like they might be demonizing her a little bit before she's killed off, right? And I kind of hope that that's not the way that it goes, but when you see it kind of shaping up in the TV series to where like Sadiq, there's Eugene, he's confessing his love to her, then she's supposed to be with Gabriel, but then she was messing around with Sadiq, but then before the time skip she was with Spencer before he was killed off, and Abraham before that. It just gets kind of crazy. it's like there's too many guys here, So maybe they will just kill her off anyway, even though I was thinking they keep her on further and she survive on further and it become somewhat different in this way that we could see Rosita survive on longer. But it looks like, based on what we're seeing, that's probably not going to happen, right? like it's probably not going to happen. So I'll go with, okay, at this point, yeah, they'll probably kill Rosita off based on the current direction. And Ezekiel, I'm hoping for no. But we'll see what happens. Carol is also, like I said, a no, and Daryl's obviously a no. We know they've signed on for a few years, and it wouldn't be good for the show for them to do that. It just doesn't make sense to kill off either of the two. So I wouldn't be worried about them at all. Eugene is a good question, because Eugene, Josh McDermott, has been in the series for a good number of years now. He started on in season 4, right? The second half of season 4. So he's been in the series for a while with Rosita and with Abraham. I do think you probably want to keep at least one survivor from that group still in the series to represent that group in the future. So maybe Eugene is simply that one, and maybe Josh McDermott will want to stay for a longer amount of time. And I kind of hope that he does, because I like Eugene a lot. I think he's fun, and I hope that he does want to stay on, and that they don't kill him off in this half. But of course, as we saw recently with Jesus, you never know. But for now, I'm going to say no. I don't think they'll kill off Eugene in this back half coming up. Then we have Michonne, who some people think that they will kill her off because her contract is ending this year. I don't think so. I think she's signed back on for season 10 for a handful of episodes, from what I've heard in reports online. And so that would mean that she can't be killed off in this finale because she's signed back on. Otherwise, there'd be no need for her to re-sign unless that's false information, and I don't think it is, based on what we've heard. So Michonne should survive out this half, and I don't think there's any problem there. And then next half, she should have a pretty important part before she somehow leaves or something happens, and she heads off maybe to find Rick in the movies or something. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what Denai Guerrero was able to work out with them and how that's going to go. But yeah, I don't expect to see her killed off this season. Of course, Maggie somewhere out there too, also easily protected in a no because she's not even on screen, so I don't have to worry about that one. Henry. So Henry's going to be a no. He's kind of filling in our role for Carl in the comics and the TV series version. So we'll have to see if it follows Carl basically verbatim. So far, it looks like it pretty much is, but we'll have to see what they do in the future. And for him, I just say no. It's pretty early for Henry anyway. He hasn't been in the series that long. Luke, one of the newcomers from Magnus Group, with him, I'm going to say yes. Of course, him and Alden have been somewhat captured just recently by Alpha and the Whisperers, and they may be traded in for Lydia in order to to kind of work that out at the hilltop with Daryl and Tara. But we'll have to see what happens there, and with the two of them, maybe they'll survive at that part. But then later on, I think Luke probably will be killed off. I really can't picture him living that long in the zombie apocalypse. He's just not. He doesn't seem to be that character that would be able to survive long term to me. There's also Magna and Yumiko. No for both of them. But then for some of the others, the others that have joined, like Connie and that, I mean, for them, I could see maybe one more of them. Which one's it going to be? No idea. We'll see what they do. Then there's Judith and Negan. For both of them, I'd say no way. You need them both in the series. You can't kill off any of them. And basically anyone else from Alexandria of note, like RJ or any of the others, maybe you do someone like Scott or somebody like that at this point, because he's still kind of there, but he only gets a scene every once in a while to tell Rick something or tell tell Michonne something. Wasn't that even before the time skip? I know if we've seen him after the time skip went through there. So then we'll go to the Kingdom with Jerry and some of the others. I think with Jerry or with Ezekiel, they go with one or the other, right? They either go with Ezekiel or they go with Jerry. So if they're not going to do Ezekiel, maybe they do. Maybe they do have to kill Jerry off, or maybe it's just other random Kingdomers. For Jerry, for now, I guess we kind of have to say yes if we're going to say that Ezekiel is going to be a no, or you swap those two and vice versa, and Ezekiel's killed off and Jerry survives. Now there are quite a few other characters in The Walking Dead, obviously at this time, with the multiple communities, the Oceanside out there somewhere, new characters being brought in all the time, ones that are sort of still there, like Enid, for example, where she's still there, and Alden too, but just a little bit. So maybe they'll be used more in the future, but for them, I'm just going to say no now. And basically, the rest of the lineup, which is basically, without getting into too much spoilers, a whole bunch of people that the Whisperers capture and are kill from the survivors. There's going to be obviously a lot of different random, Tammy Earl characters like this, like background characters that we've seen in a few scenes, and so some of them will be killed off, probably chosen from different communities, kind of spread out so that all the communities react when they find out what has happened, and they're ready to go to war against the Whisperers by the end of the season. And then there's the blizzard that probably will hit, and then we'll have to wait until next year to see things come back in the springtime, likely in their storyline. And next year in season 10, we'll probably see maybe not another all-out war, but we'll see the start to a sort of Whisperer war in the TV series version to how they're going to do it. So that's going to be it for this one for my death predictions video. Again, there are a lot more characters we could go through. We could kind of name everybody, and I've kind of done that in recent years, but I realized there's only certain characters that people really care about that much. And for the TV series right now, that's basically who it is. Those are pretty much it. Maybe I left out a couple here and there, that are still alive in the series somewhere, like Cindy from Oceanside or people like that might be out there. But, for now, I mean, that's basically what we're looking at. Those are the ones that stand out to me. And you guys can certainly leave your comments below. Which characters do you think will be killed off? Who do you think will be involved in the lineup? And out of Ezekiel, Jerry, Carol, Tara, Eugene, who are you going with for these? Luke, Henry, Magna. Who are you going with for some of these? Because they have to have a couple big ones mixed in there. It can't be all kind of C or D list characters. They have to have a few important ones, or at least one or two big ones, in order for it all to make sense and to fit properly. So let me know what you guys think. If you liked this video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. Thank you guys for all the support over the years, and let's continue right on going on. I'll have another video for you guys, of course, this weekend, obviously with a new episode of The Walking Dead, and lots more great stuff to come in this back half of The Walking Dead Season 9. That's it for this one, guys. We'll see you again soon for another. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.